A young student once asked his master, "What is the most valuable thing in my life?" The question hung in the air of the quiet monastery, the glow of candles reflecting in his eager eyes. With a calm smile, the master answered, "Go to the garden, find a large stone, and take it to the market. When someone asks its price, hold up two fingers. If anyone tries to bargain, don't sell it. Bring it back. Then I will reveal the greatest value of your life." With the master's mysterious words echoing in his mind, the student set off on his task, eager to discover the answer. The next morning, he ventured into the garden, picked up a hefty stone, and made his way to the busy market. The sun cast a golden light on the scene, and the student felt a sense of purpose stirring within him. Arriving at the market, he observed people bartering and shopping, their voices blending into the hum of daily life. Taking a deep breath, he displayed the stone for sale. Soon a woman approached him, intrigued. "How much for the stone?" she asked. The student, following the master's instruction, raised two fingers in response. She offered $2, imagining it could be useful in her home. But when the student declined, she raised her offer to $20. Seeing the stone's potential still, the student shook his head and returned to the monastery, filled with wonder. "Master," he said, upon returning, a woman offered $20 for the stone. "Can you tell me now what is most valuable in my life?" The master smiled knowingly and replied, "Tomorrow, take the stone to the museum again. If someone asks for the price, raise two fingers. If anyone bargains, bring it back to me, and then I will reveal the answer." The student, full of curiosity, carried out the next part of his journey. He arrived at the museum, its grand hall filled with visitors admiring art and history. As he stood quietly, a collector noticed the stone and asked, "How much?" The student repeated the gesture of holding up two fingers. The collector, seeing it as an artifact, offered $2,000, imagining its display as a unique piece of art. The student, however, declined and returned to his master. "Master," the student exclaimed, "someone at the museum offered $2,000 for the stone. What is the greatest value in my life?" The master, his eyes twinkling with wisdom, said, "Take this stone to an antique shop tomorrow. Show two fingers if asked for the price. If anyone tries to buy it, do not sell it, and bring it back. Then I will share the truth with you." On the final day of his journey, the student entered an antique shop filled with rare and valuable treasure from the past. As he stood with the stone, a collector approached, fascinated by its age and beauty. "How much for the stone?" the buyer asked. The voice filled with excitement. The student held up two fingers, and the buyer, seeing great value in the stone, offered $220,000, imagining it as a prized possession for his private collection. Once again, the student refused and returned to the monastery. "Master," the student said, barely containing his amazement, "someone offered $220,000 for the stone. What is the greatest value in my life?" The master smiled deeply and said, "My child, your voice is like that of the stone. In the market, you were worth $20. In the museum, $2,000. And in the antique shop, $220,000. The value of the stone changed based on where it was and who saw it. So too does your worth depend on the environment you place yourself in and how others perceive you. With newfound understanding, the student realized that his true value didn't come from external validation, but from within. It was shaped by the depth of his character, the wisdom he gathered, and the choices he made on his journey of self-discovery. Armed with this insight, he embarked on the next chapter of his life, grateful for the lesson learned and knowing that the greatest treasure lay within his own potential.